I'm so excited to tell you all about the new MacBook Pro 16. I have some tests I want to do for you, and then I've sort of ended off with my thoughts and who this laptop really is for and what they can expect out of it in terms of performance, battery, longevity, etc. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Kind of comparing this to the 15-inch MacBook Pro, it does look pretty similar, just size and weight-wise, but the screen does feel a tad bit brighter. I always felt like that design was suited more for the 13-inch, and the larger one really takes advantage of that extra screen real estate that it has. It's a higher screen to body ratio. Next thing is the speaker. The speaker is Dolby Atmos. It's a 6-speaker array, 3 on either side. You have booming subwoofers that sound like nothing you've ever heard of on a laptop. So when I'm watching Netflix, when I'm listening to music, the audio sounds so crisp and clear. I'll go ahead and do an audio test now so you can hear how that sounds. Next thing is display. You have a P3 wide color gamut, above 80% of Adobe RGB. You have obviously 100% of sRGB. So for content creators of web content, Photoshop, and a video production, it's gonna be something that they can take with them everywhere and have that mobile powerhouse with them wherever they go. And just from that perspective, it's really cool to be able to create something that is faster than my spec'd out 2015 iMac, and is finally portable and on the go and has great battery life. Moving on to performance, you do have 9th generation Intel Coffee Lake processors. It's an 8-core Core i9 processor with 16 threads. But that just means that you're going to be able to take advantage of those applications that have large workloads. If you are playing the occasional game, it's going to power through those as well. You're going to get about 50% better performance throughput than on the previous generation when it comes to the baseline graphics. When it comes to the more advanced graphics, you're going to have 30% greater throughput than the previous Vega 20 on the 2019 models. Next things up, in this model I have 16 gigabytes of RAM. It's 2666 megahertz of DDR4 memory. Do you need 32? Not typically, but if you're going to be doing large workloads that, you know, heavily involve CAD, After Effects, because those things are gonna benefit from that extra amount of RAM. But if you're just using Final Cut Pro and some basic applications like Photoshop, etc., you're not really gonna be able to take advantage of those 32 gigabytes of memory anytime soon. So I don't know if I'd recommend that.
Jump!
Stay there! I'll anchor a line for you at the top!
Alright, I'll give you some slack. Almost there, Laura! You got it!
So just from my initial impressions in the battery life, I'll put a little clip here so you can see what, you know, a few hours of browsing the web and of using Netflix does. I'll go ahead and post those numbers here now. Apple really did a good job of giving you that performance per dollar and that performance per watt. Now, speaking of battery life, the battery in this thing is 100 watt hours. That's the maximum that you can really have and still take with you on planes and stuff. I know like a lot of battery packs will max out at that. That's just under 30,000 milliamp hours or 100 watt hours. So it's nice because if you just carry around your MacBook, honestly, you could probably just charge off that on your phone, it can really be that one device that is sort of the center of your creative and professional life. Kind of next things up, the pricing is $23.99 to start, and at the higher model, as configured, it's $27.99. You can drop off $200 if you're a student. Military, you can drop off 10%, and these prices are in the United States. Some other websites as well will offer deals at times, so just look out for those and do your research. Apple also does a trade back program or a trade in program, so if you do have a device that you want to upgrade to and you already have an Apple product, you can go ahead and trade in that device and they're going to responsibly recycle that for you, and so you can get the new model. Apple is showing that they do care about their creative professionals and that they're not forgetting about Mac users. And so having a laptop like a Mac where I can have all the stuff I normally do on one single device and that device be so crazy powerful is something that really speaks to me. And so I think, you know, long live the Mac, it's gonna be around for a while. And I'm excited to see what Apple has in 2020 for the new Mac lineup. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. Leave a comment, drop a like, and I will see you in the next one. And don't forget to subscribe. See you around.